I always love this time of the year because the week, I was thinking like, don't say the month because then people will be like, what are you talking about? This time of the week because psychic Marla Mitchell is in the studio.
Well, good morning. Thank you. I enjoy coming in here too. Yes.
Good. Well, I do like this time of the year too, though. But
it's the holidays. Yes.
It is the holidays. And if you have a birthday today, what does that mean?
Happy birthday. Today is December 2nd, and that means your numerology year is a personal year 4. Now, personal years run from 1 to 9, and then they go back to 1 again. So you are right in the middle. You're at a 4 year. And a 4 year is about vision, effort, limitations, and restrictions. So your sense of identity and who you are is the theme for this year. And it's strongest now. It's strongest November, December, and January. And it comes on like a moon, when it's going from a new moon to a full moon. It comes on really slow. So right now you're at your full moon in your 4. And so you're going to focus on setting priorities, getting organized. It's a very hardworking year. As I told Mollie, who we talked about it once and joked, it's work your ass off year.
Yeah.
So you work towards a goal. You set your goals. You use your vision, and it helps you attain that. You will have obstacles in your way. You will be tested. This is not an easy year. The 4 year can be very difficult, as you've already probably experienced because you're right in your 4 right now. But it's very rewarding, especially in the next few years after this year. If you really put your effort into this year, you will see positive results. So get out there and work hard, set your goals, and don't get discouraged. And if there's an obstacle, you can't force it. You have to step back and look at it and see how it's going to unfold for you, but don't ever try to control it. Now, the other good thing about a birthday today is you're born in December, and so your birthstone is turquoise. But also, because you're a Sagittarius, because there's a difference. There's a December birthstone, and then there's a birthstone for your zodiac sign. So your zodiac sign is turquoise and topaz. So if you're looking for something Sagittarius, which is what you are, you could go with topaz or turquoise for a stone or a crystal that would help with your 4 year or help you just with being more calm, because the birthstones help with healing and calming.
Okay. That's what I was just going to ask, is what do they help with?
They help with all emotional disorders, if you want to call it that.
So they just
stress.
kind of support you based on your birth month or your zodiac sign.
Right, exactly. And you could get both if you want. If you want to real double up, get topaz and turquoise.
Do it.
And wear them. And it's good to have them, you can carry them in your pocket, but it's good to wear them against your skin, like in jewelry or on a ring or earrings or a necklace, things like that. It's good. Or meditate with them. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go out and get that rhodochrosite to help, find my soulmate.
For your soulmate. There you go.
Oh, my gosh. If you want to talk to Marla, you can. 1-800-595-2943. If you have a question about your career, your family, a relationship, she'll be able to help you out. 1-800-595-2943. 1-800-595-2943. Another thing that we've been talking about in the past several weeks is number sequences.
Yes.
And you said lately you've been seeing the number 6.
A lot. In my dreams. Yeah. And so that's very interesting too. It's about just keeping your thoughts positive and focusing on I'm trying to remember what it all said, but just focusing on what my goals were and keeping the thoughts positive. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. We have a call. Let's take it on the air. 94.3 The X. Who's this?
This is Todd.
Hey, Todd. What's your question for Marla?
I just had a question as far as, can two Pisces be a match as far as relationship-wise, or is that kind of like no good there?
Okay, so your question was anything specific for Pisces in relationships?
Yeah, I mean, would it work? Would it not work? Type of thing?
Oh, like a match.
Yeah.
Like compatibility?
Like two Pisces together?
Yeah.
Okay. it can be challenging, but it can also be very nurturing relationship. Pisces, as you know, are very sensitive. Okay, they feel the angst and the pain of not just their own woes and family members, but the whole world. They're extremely sensitive people, and they're very nurturing. Ironically, a lot of nurses are Pisces because they have such a need to care for others.
Yeah.
And so if you're with another, say that again?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
It was the radio. Good.
Okay. So if you're with another Pisces, you both will make sure each other's needs are met, but you also could both be very wishy-washy, which means you'd have trouble making decisions together.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
And so you'll need one of you to step up and make a decision, and just say, okay, I'm going to choose this time, or you choose next time, and just be really aware that decision making can be difficult with two Pisces together. Okay?
Okay.
But it can be a good match, just challenging and kind of hard to make decisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. All right, awesome. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Todd. Yeah, my mom's a Pisces, and I could never imagine her dating herself. That would be a little crazy, and I say that out of love because I know she's probably listening right now.
Pisces just care so much, and they
do.
They want to please everybody, and they don't want to make the wrong choice, and they want to make sure that everyone's needs are met. And so, two people trying to make a decision that feel that way, well, I don't care, you choose. No, I don't care, you choose, and it could go back and forth for hours.
Yeah.
So,
oh dear. Yeah. I've always been told that it you look up compatibility online and for zodiac signs, and it'll come up with a lot of stuff for every sign, but I've been told that it really doesn't matter. It all just depends on like what your chart is.
Yeah.
And because I asked a couple of years ago, I asked an astrologer that same question, like, what's the best match for me? And she was like, really? Like, you can date any of them. Like, you can, find a match that's in anyone. And she did say, based on my chart, she's like, probably want to stay away from Gemini. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense because all my exes have been Gemini.
Interesting. And that's true because when you look at astrology, there's not just your sun sign, there's your moon and your rising. And so for those of you who check your horoscope every day, I'm sure you've just, discovered it's not right every day. Once in a blue moon, it'll be accurate. That's because you're not looking at the whole picture. It's very generalized.
Yeah.
And so you need to look at all the other factors. And so for finding a soulmate, you can look at these sites that say, oh yeah, you're not good matched with a Gemini. But maybe that's true generally, but if you met a Gemini and he had a moon sign that was very compatible to yours and a rising sign, it could be a good match.
It could, yes.
And his Gemini trait just could be your challenge.
Yes.
Where then you learn more about yourself from that. Oh, we have a call too.
All right, awesome. 94.3 The X, who's this?
This is Vanessa.
Hey, Vanessa, what's your question for Marla?
I just wanted to get a general reading.
A general reading. Okay, nothing specific. Just general? Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's see what we get here. Okay. So, major cards coming up. We've got 2. Okay. Are you, by any chance, an Aries? Got Aries coming in, yes or no?
No.
Okay, we'll apply that energy to the reading. Okay, so currently I show success is sitting around you, within you. That could be success in work or success in just what's going on in your life, very positive things. The more you take care of yourself, the more you nurture yourself, because I've got the Queen of Cups here, the better or more success you'll have, which we've talked about before is you need to fill your own cup first so you have enough to give to others. And so the more you take care of yourself, the more rest you need, the more you're aware of what your needs are, the more you'll be able to give to others, and you will have more success. There's a fear that you have to let go of something, or that something's going to be taken away from you. And this is true with life. We always experience losses or having to let go of something. And keep in mind, when we have to make changes in our life and let go of things, it's for our own good, because it opens up opportunities for new things to come in. And so as much as we want to hold on really tight to something or someone, if the universe wants us to let go and we're getting that direction, the sooner you let go, the less struggle you have and the less pain. You are the Empress, a major card, and you have an Emperor in your life, which is the Aries card. And so if you haven't met your Emperor, he is coming. He's a very protective, nurturing person. It just feels very positive with that energy. The other thing I want to just go back for a second is I'm pulling another Queen of Swords here, and that's about speaking your truth. So part of your nurturing is for you to be sure you speak your truth, speak your voice, be authentic. Don't be a people pleaser, okay? And make sure that no means no. And so if you really don't want to do something, or you really need to be honest with someone, then tell them the truth as nice as you can. But this will also go a long ways towards your relationship with the Emperor and others as well. But you have dreams coming true. You are working, especially the next few months, on your self-esteem and who you are and your identity. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Are you, I did happen to pull this card as an afterthought. It's a pregnancy card. Are you wanting to get pregnant, or are you wanting a new job? What's coming up?
No, definitely not wanting to get pregnant.
Not pregnant. Okay.
I'm too old for that.
Okay. What about the new job? Something's coming up that you're wanting to give birth to in the next 9 months.
That's possible.
Okay. Well, keep your eyes on the prize. Focus on your goals. Put it out there. Just don't try to control how it's going to happen or when. It will come your way in the next 9 months or less. You will be giving birth to something new. That could be why the success card came in. If you speak your truth, take care of yourself, then you will have success, especially towards a new job or new opportunity. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
All right,
you, Vanessa.
Thanks, Vanessa. Psychic Marla Mitchell in the studio, and we're taking your calls. Marla's able to answer questions about relationships, family, career, if you want to know what your spirit animal is, all that's
strange
all that fun
dreams,
stuff.
whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, or if you just want a cold reading, we're getting some calls in. So 94.3 The X, who's this? Can you turn down the radio in the background?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
My name is Joshua.
Okay, what's your question for Marla?
My wife passed away in 2007, and ever since, I've been on this alone thing for 9 years, and just recently I started looking for a partner, a girlfriend, whatever. And I feel like there's this major negative energy or something that just pushes people away, and no matter how hard I try to find someone, it doesn't work.
Okay. Did you say?
I was hoping to get some kind of reading.
Yeah, I'd love to help you, Joshua. Did you say she passed in 2007?
Yeah,
Okay.
my son and my wife were crossing the train tracks.
Oh, no.
And my son survived, thank God, due to the car seat, but
She passed
She
away.
did.
I'm so sorry. Okay. All
and
right.
I've basically been alone ever since.
Okay. Couple questions for you. I pulled some cards, and I just with a yes or no answer. I've got several astrology cards coming in, so just curious. Are you a Gemini? Yes or no?
No,
Are you a Capricorn? Yes or no?
no,
Are you a Libra? Yes or no?
no.
Okay, perfect. All right. You're like, what? So my cards bring up astrology, and if it's not your sign, then it gives me another message to tell you. So what I'm pulling out right now is, as far as cards are showing me that you're working still on your sense of peace. Now, how old is your son now?
He's 11.
He's 11. Okay. All right. So he must have been very, very young when this all happened, like you said. The biggest obstacle that I'm pulling, and I was sensing it, and then I also pull the Capricorn card, which is showing the Capricorn card is a card of fear and worry and grief, and understandably so. You're still experiencing a lot of blockage there in your heart chakra. The fear of loving someone as much as you did, and still do probably, and then losing them again, just such a sudden, accident and painful experience. And so oftentimes, without even realizing it, we close off our heart and we block it because we're so afraid to love again, especially, and then to have it ripped away from us so horribly. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the biggest thing is that I'm afraid to love again. The biggest thing is since birth, I've been taught to be a good man. I'm a nice guy, and women deter away from that.
Yes, that's okay. So that's the Libra trait. Since you're not Libra, the Libra is a person who wants a relationship, who is good with relationships and very kind, because Libras are very relationship oriented. And so that is your behavior towards being more Libra-like. The Gemini card, I want to talk about that for a second, is you're not Gemini, but it shows the back and forth feelings, because Geminis are known as being one way and then another. And so you've got all three of these energies, Capricorn, Gemini, and Libra, coming into your realm. And so you want love, you're a little bit apprehensive of it, and then the nice guy thing coming in, and then the fear and worry. I do show that. Okay, let me just tune in, because the cards show it is possible to bring somebody in. Can I ask how old you are?
33.
You're 33. Okay. And your son's 11. So with numbers, I actually feel, you're not very far away from love. I feel 35 when I start going up in numbers. 35 lights up like fireworks. Now, to me, that's either when you meet her, or that could be when you seal the deal. Like, you could meet her anytime in the next couple of years, and then it gets really serious at 35, which could mean marriage, committed relationship, whatever that works for you. But you will be in a relationship again, because, again, the Libra card coming in here is the card of marriage as well. So there is a marriage coming for you. I don't want you to be discouraged. What oftentimes is happening is you haven't met the right person yet. And it's very disheartening, because the universe can bring in all these trial and error, people. You date someone and then, it doesn't work. And it can be very discouraging, but it's usually what the universe is saying is, no, she's not the right one. Nope, she's not either. And it's just helping you find someone that's a good match for you and your son, because it's a package deal here. Do you understand?
Right.
And you need someone who can be there for both of you. And she's coming. And I feel marriage. I got the Victory card. I got the Tower card, which is about you choosing it. She's going to come in out of the blue suddenly. So it's like when you least expect it, you will find her, or she'll appear to you. See if I get any more insights as to how you can meet her. Hold on for a second. Let me just tune in. It feels to be, it literally does feel like you turn around and there she is. So it could be someone who just walks into your life. Either a friend introduces you, or you meet her out of nowhere, like a party or an event. I don't know if you get out much, but it feels like you're turning one way and you turn around and there she is. And I'm going to describe her a little bit if I can, okay? Well, don't go looking for her. She feels to be not too tall, so I'd say 5'5", 5'6", around in that area. She has light colored hair, and her eyes are dark, which means they're not blue twinkly, they're brown or maybe hazel. And I also feel that she is of the petite size. And I also feel that she likes cold weather. I don't know why. She's putting on layers of coats. So either she gets, like most women, she's cold a lot, or she likes cold weather. There's something unique about the coats. I don't know what that is. Maybe she has a lot of coats.
Yeah.
But she's not very tall. She's average. She's petite. She's got light colored hair, brown eyes, big eyes. Her eyes are big. Like, that's what you're going to notice first. And she's got a great smile.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I'm running into mountains right now, and I'm afraid I'll lose you. Can I have one last question?
Sure.
It's very important. Well, it's kind of a statement, but I've dated I've been on a few dates and I treat them right, but the biggest thing that I've been confused about is they seem like great girls, but mentally and physically they just don't. A lot of my friends say I'm trying to compare women to my wife, and that's not 100% accurate, but it's not 100% not accurate. But at the same time, like, the smallest thing could turn me off. Like, they could ask me, do I smoke weed? And I'm like, no, and then I instantly don't. If they say, don't get me wrong, I'm not against people that do that, but I don't want that near me or my son.
Your son, exactly. So that's what I was talking about. You need to find someone who's going to be a good match for you and your son. And you have a right to your own core values. Okay, that's what I tell everyone that comes to see me. Make a list of your values, and there's hundreds of values, whether it's honesty, monogamy, smoking pot or drinking, religious views, motherhood, fatherhood, grandparent, whatever. Make your list of your values. Pick your top 5. Your top 5 must-haves. If when you're dating someone, you ask them these questions and find out that they have the same top 5 values or they at least match yours, then you invest time and you date them. If they don't, if one of those is missing, then you don't date them. Do you understand?
You know what my biggest fear has been?
What?
And you might think it's funny, and a lot of people think I'm weird for thinking it, but I've honestly felt like my wife is a big reason why, like, she's up there not allowing me to find anybody, or there's some negative.
I believe she's helping you. Okay, and sure, she may be guiding persons to you and saying, here's this, here's that, but you have a right to be picky, and you're still young. You're 33. Okay. My mom has a boyfriend and she's 85. Okay. I mean, you can find love at any age. You're never too old to find love. Do not give up. Be picky. Pick your core values and date her. But I don't think your wife's stopping it at all. That's some of your fear and worry. I think your wife is just helping you find the right person that's a good match. And I do feel 35 is the magic number. So keep dating. Don't give up. And it's okay to be picky because this is someone you want to spend the rest of your life with, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you do want it to be a good match. Now, if you're picky about her hair color, that's different, right? Or if you're picky about her, how much she weighs, I mean, looks are one thing, but if it's core values, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You want to have the same core values, religious, honesty, spiritual, whatever we're talking about. That's important. Looks are not important because those go away eventually anyway, right?
Right.
So don't base it on that, but look at the core values, okay? And thank you for calling in and keep going. 35, she's not far away.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Joshua. Yeah, that's always, difficult when you're like, I'm such a good person. Why don't people like me? I know that can be, well, it's not that they don't like him. It's just, it wasn't a good match and it can get frustrating.
And he was being picky too. And it's, I was single 12 years before I met my husband. I was divorced and I was dating and then I didn't date for several years and then I did because I got discouraged.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know what? I was being picky and I'm glad I was.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I was because I waited till I met someone that had the same values that I do. And you have to do that. And it's sometimes the spirit, universe has a better idea as to what's a better match for you.
Right.
And you just need to wait and understand. And it's okay to date and go, nope, like that, don't like that. And yeah.
Yeah, you have to do what's best for you. And especially when he has a son in the picture.
That's a huge thing. It's about being a good parent, too.
Yeah.
And who you're going to pick for a soulmate.
Psychic Marla Mitchell is in the studio. Give her a call. She will help you out with relationships if you're looking for the one, like Joshua is. 1-800-595-2943. Maybe you're the one for Joshua. You never know. 1-800-595-2943. Give us a call. There we go. 94.3 The X. Who's this?
This is Jill.
Hey, Jill. What's your question for Marla?
I just actually wanted a general reading if possible.
Okay.
No worries. Let's see what we get here. Oh, interesting cards right off the bat. Okay. I'm going to ask you like I do everybody else. I'm pulling some astrology cards. Are you yes or no Aquarius?
No.
Libra?
No.
Taurus?
Nope.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, so current position, this is what's going on right now. You're at a fork in the road. There's a decision you're trying to make. And it doesn't feel to be major, at least not here, but it does show that you're sitting there and you're trying to figure out if you're going to go left or if you're going to go right. And it's a burden. There's a burden. So this decision that you're making will help you relieve something that has been weighing on your mind or a stressor in your life. And you will make the right choice. We're pulling in the Libra card. So the Libra card, since you're not Libra, it's about being balanced in your life. So one of the ways to make a good decision like this, or to make the right decision for you, is to come from a place of, if I wasn't afraid, if I wasn't worried or stressed out, and if you just close your eyes and say, if I take out all my negative emotions, what would I choose? And so you sit with yourself, you close your eyes, and you push away your fears and your what ifs and what everyone else thinks, and you ask yourself the question, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? And then you have your answer, okay? And then from there, now let me just back up. If you get an I don't know, then you need to wait because you still need more information. But if you get a clear yes or no, then that's your answer, because intuition is 99.9% right. Okay? So there's a decision you're struggling with. You will make the right choice. The Taurus card's coming in here, and Taurus is about transformation. So this decision will change all areas of your life. It will change how you think, how you feel. It's very transformative. And so once you make your choice and you get into this, and it feels to be job related, if I could say that, and you can confirm in a minute, but it feels to be job related or career related. This will transform all areas of your life, and it will put you on a path where the sun is shining. I got the sun card, and it will actually create more magic in your life, magicians coming in, which means manifestations, dreams coming true. So oftentimes we are stuck in a rut. We make a choice, and then our life just takes off again. It's like a growing spurt, like what kids go through. And so this decision, it is important. You're going to be fine with it. It ends on the new job card, which is why I think it's a new job. It's a positive card. One other way to help make your decision as to whether to choose this new job or not, or this opportunity to go for, is to take some things off your plate as well. I show some scattered energy, and you have too much going on in your life, and you need to kind of narrow things down, change your behavior, a little distracted. But there is an opportunity coming. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate for us, or are we done? What do you want to do?
Well, and yes, it would be around career.
Okay. Any other question about that? You want to take a little step deeper, or are we done?
Well, I was going to say, do you see anything as far as, like, type of career?
Can I ask what you're doing now, if you don't mind?
Customer relations.
Customer relationship. Okay. Is this going to be different? Let me just ask if it's going to be in the same field or realm. Hold on for a second. I'll just do real quick 3 cards. Okay. Oh, are you Capricorn?
No.
Okay. So then that means you need to definitely take your fear out of changing career paths. If I wasn't afraid, would I try this? And don't let, if you've never done it before, stop you. Because the universe likes to put us in positions where we challenge ourselves, where we can grow. It feels to be something, you will still be around people, but it may not be the same likeness for a job. Meaning, like for instance, I was in the corporate world and I was in marketing and public relations, right? I was with people all day long. I'm still with people. I just work for myself. And I still listen to people's problems. I still take care of them, but it's totally different. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm feeling for you. You will still be helping people, but it could be a totally different realm or totally different arena is the word I want. It's going to happen. Don't worry about money. I show finances being a worry for you, but it's going to actually be the opposite. It's going to bring in more money for you.
Okay, great.
Okay?
That's always a good thing.
It is a good thing.
That is.
All right. Go for it, Jill.
All right, thanks, Jill. It's 94.3 The X. Who's this?
This is Suzanne.
Hey, Suzanne, what's your question for Marla?
Overall business. Just as a cold business.
Business.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hi.
I know her, but I'm not going to say anything more. All right, let's look at your overall business. Good to hear your voice. Okay, let's see what we get. Overall business. There's some fear there. There's the good old dragon coming in. So, okay. And I know you're not Pisces, but we got the Pisces card. Okay, so we have, you're on the right track. And
that's good to hear.
Yeah, you're on the right track, my dear. But what's coming in is the David and Goliath card that I call it, where the dragons with his big teeth, and it shows you with this little halo on, and it shows the obstacles in your path can be overcome. So it's about not getting into fear, not getting to worry. Push, close your eyes, let go of fear, and trust your intuition. You're doing good. It's just, oftentimes it's like what the Broncos had to go through at football, right?
Yeah.
They had to tie the game to win it. I hate to get into sports, but it's like this is what you're going through. It's like you have this last obstacle to overcome, and do not give up on the 1 yard line, okay? Just hang in there. There's a lot of things that have to fall into place for you because you're juggling some stuff right now. But and there's another decision still you're struggling with. I got the fork in the road for you. And I got Sagittarius coming here too, which is about balance and still needing your freedom. So there's some things in your business that you will want to make sure that you don't give away, right? And
right.
You know what I'm talking about. The Pisces coming in, that's the drama card. It's all around you. There's drama all around you. But it ends up on victory. It ends up with the path clear, avalanche goes away, and clear victory. So timeline, you're in the midst of the struggle right now, and it's going to go through the whole month of Sagittarius, which we just pulled that card. And then I feel by January, so get through the holidays, and by mid-January, maybe even by the end of January, it feels like this will be all done as far as the drama. Does this make sense?
Yes. It's like there's so many people, but then they kind of drop off like flies.
Yeah.
And then it's holidays, and so you can't get a hold of anybody, and I hate the holidays.
Yeah. And then, of course, you're aware of this. Mercury goes retrograde in January.
Oh, dear.
For almost the whole month.
I want to hear it.
Like the 7th through the 29th or something like that. I have to look at my dates. But that also slows things down. And for those of you listening who don't know what Mercury retrograde is, it's the planet Mercury, and it does this thing where its rotation looks to us to be different. And it changes communications, it changes business, it changes contracts and everything, and it slows everything way down. It makes computers blow up and phones and mail late. And so you can't push through when Mercury's retrograde. So my suggestion to you, Suzanne, is to do what you can in December, but you can't control people. So you have to learn to be patient. And then by the end of January, it's all going to be like it's going to figure itself out. But do what you can with what you have. And then those people who are pulling away, let them pull away. And those people who are still here by the end of January, then they're good.
Cool. So what's my animal?
I thought I gave you that in the email. Okay, maybe I didn't. Let me look. I'm getting horse.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay. And this is a wild horse.
Imagine that.
It's a wild horse because the mane's flowing and it's running very fast, and it feels to be, I'm going to call it a stallion, and it feels to be, I would say close to being almost all black. It's a really dark horse.
Wow.
Cool. So interesting. You're the dark horse.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Thank you, Suzanne.
You bet. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. It's 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Hi, it's Bethany.
You said Stephanie or Bethany?
Bethany with a B as in boy.
Okay, Bethany, what's your question for Marla?
Hi, I actually was kind of inspired by the last call in the sense that you were talking about Mercury going into retrograde. And I've always been curious about that. I'm a Gemini, and I know you're a Virgo.
Yes, good memory.
Ruled by Mercury. So I'm always curious if that impacts us differently than everyone else.
That's a great question. Those of us ruled by Mercury, the planet Mercury, because each zodiac sign is ruled by a planet, okay? Like Scorpio rules Pluto, or Pluto rules Scorpio, excuse me, and sometimes Mars. But with Mercury and it rules Gemini and Virgos, and so we can be extra sensitive to Mercury when it does do its little dance about 3-4 times a year and goes retrograde. All the planets go retrograde, but Mercury, like Venus and Mars, the closer to the Earth planets tend to have a bigger effect on us when they go retrograde. So Mercury being one of those, a lot depends on in your chart if you were born with Mercury retrograde.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I was born with Mercury retrograde in my chart. So it still affects me, but sometimes it actually helps me. So I tend to get busier when Mercury's retrograde.
Oh, wow.
Because my phone just goes off the hook, and I still get my computer having problems, and my phone and things like that. One time I had every phone, this is back before cell phones, I had every phone, every landline, I had 2 different ones, and I had a small cell phone. They all went out at the same time.
Oh, my God.
During retrograde. I had to get 2 new phones, and I had to get a new cell phone. But I get busier during retrograde. For you, you'd have to have your chart run to see if it favors you or is a hindrance. But you're right, it does affect us more because we're more sensitive to it. Yes.
Okay, so let's say that I wasn't born in retrograde, which I'm not sure. I'd have to check for sure. Is there ways to kind of prepare yourself for that time to kind of prevent maybe some communication conflicts or anything?
Well, Mercury retrograde affects everybody, okay? And it can affect, like I said, Geminis and Virgos more, depending on the way it was at your birth. But there is no way to prepare other than to just be okay with it. So in other words, if I see Mercury retrogrades coming up and I'm planning a trip, I will book the plane fare, the rental car, before Mercury goes retrograde. You don't want to, if you can, you don't want to make plans or book things that are expensive or buy houses or electronics during retrograde. So if you know retrograde's coming up, and everyone listening knows it's coming in January, then go ahead and buy your tickets now.
Okay.
Like I have a trip I want to take to Florida, and I'm going to book my tickets in December. Normally I would wait till January, but I'm going to book them early so I don't have that glitch. So you can plan ahead of time and book and buy expensive things before that, or wait till after. But when it hits, you can't live in fear. You have to laugh it off when things happen and luggage gets lost or your computer blows up. One client who listens all the time.
Just laugh it off.
She has a refrigerator that always goes on the blitz when Mercury goes retrograde. Yeah. And because she bought the refrigerator during retrograde, the refrigerator acts up during retrograde.
So weird.
It's weird, yeah. So just laugh at it. I have to laugh at it when things happen, and my husband's even used to it now. So he goes, "Oh, Mercury must be retrograde." So yeah, just plan ahead and then just laugh when it does screw up your life. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks, Bethany. Psychic Marla Mitchell in the studio. We have someone giving us a call at 1-800-595-2943. She's in here for just a few more minutes until 9 o'clock. 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Hi, my name is Annie.
Hey, Annie. What's your question for Marla?
I've got some questions regarding family issues, specifically surrounding my daughter.
Okay. You want to give me her first name?
Amelia, we call her Emmy.
Emmy, okay. And you want me just to see what's going on there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll flip some cards. I'll also look at you on a teeter-totter, which is what I'm known for. People say, put me on a teeter-totter. So let me look at you and Emmy on the teeter-totter, as well as what the cards are showing. How old is Emmy?
8.
She's 8. Okay. So, and you are Annie. Okay. Let me look at that. She's very strong. The cards are showing strength. She's definitely exercising her independence and her ego, if you want to call it that. I also show that I got the word indolence, so she's being difficult, which you already said that. Let me look and see what's going on as far as now. She's interesting. There is. Does she talk about seeing spirits?
Yes.
She's definitely attached or enamored with both the other side, the other world. She has abilities like I did, and for you as her mother, it's really important that you teach her or show her, if you can, how to incorporate the gifts and not push them away or shut them down. Kids nowadays, all kids are born psychic. We all are. But because of society and different things, back in my day, they were shunned, and religion was shoved down my throat, and, that's not something you talk about, or, you don't want to scare people. For her, she's seeing spirits. She's feeling spirits. And it could be something where you could, if you want to bring her to me, I'd be happy to work with her if you live in the local area. I do work with children as well who have gifts. And is she scared of it, or does she talk about it freely?
With me, she does. She just needs help with, that it's okay and to not be afraid of it.
She's afraid of it. Okay. Okay.
That she shares with everyone.
Yeah. Okay. That's a tough one. What you could do, here's what I suggest initially. Do you already have a smudge stick, some sage?
I do have sage, but I didn't think about this.
Okay. I would smudge the whole house. Okay. Now, this is for anyone, if you have ghosts or spirits in the house, or some of them attached to people, and if you don't want them around, if they're scaring you or your children, smudge the house. What you do is you light the stick, and the smell doesn't linger. Trust me, it goes away very quickly. It doesn't stink. Molly's done her house.
Yeah, it goes away.
I do each client as they walk in the door for that reason. Okay. I smudge everybody, but you smudge, you light the stick, and it barely smokes, and you go in each corner of each room, and you say this: all negative, dark spirits must leave. Only beings of light are welcome. And the reason I say beings of light are welcome is because I still want my angels around and my loved ones like my dad, my grandma who have passed, okay? But I want all negative or all dark spirits to leave. And so I light the sage stick, and I say that in each room. All negative spirits must leave. Everyone else, all light beings, can stay. And I do that through the whole house. And then I would smudge her and have her stand and put her arms out like she's standing, like looks like a T or like a cross, okay? And smudge her front and back, up and down, okay? And say the same thing, because you want her protecting angels around her. And then see if that doesn't work, because it really does. And if she's a little sponge like I was, spirits do attach to her, but you want the good ones to stay to protect her, okay? And try that and see if that calms it down a bit. I'm guessing there are some spirits around her that may be wanting her help, and they may be earthbound ghosts, as we call them, and they've found a portal through her, and they're scaring her, and she doesn't know how to deal with it. Okay, but she also has she's very strong. She's stronger than she knows she is. And so she is exercising some of her ego there as well, as far as trying to push back with them. But I just don't think she knows how to use it yet.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
Then if I may, do you see anything happening in the February time frame for her?
You're asking me if something's going to happen in February for her?
What, if you see anything changing?
And she's 8. Okay, hold on. Let me just look at her real quick. I'll just pull a real quick few cards for Amelia. Okay. Insecure. Oh, interesting. I'm trying not to look at February as much because you fed it to me. I prefer, just being asked. But it feels like there is something, what I would call heavy, coming in February. Like it's a learning curve, or it could be viewed as an obstacle or a limitation or a challenge. Let's call it a challenge. And it starts into January, like once Mercury Retrograde lifts, and then February is huge. It is a heavy month. Okay, it feels like it's a burden. And then it's actually by April it's gone, so it could even linger into March. But this is a learning curve for her, and it's an obstacle and a chance for her to show her strength, her independence, and just who she is, okay? But she's going to be fine. It's going to be all done by April. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Annie. It's 94.3 The X. We're all out of time.
Oh, no.
But you'll be back next Wednesday.
Be back next Wednesday. And I did want to give people the dates for Mercury Retrograde.
That's right.
If you want to make some plans, I'm not planning a vacation till spring, but I'm going to book early because of January being retrograde. It's January 5th to January 25th. Now, the first and last days are the worst. So the 5th and the 25th. So don't just say, I can do it because it starts the 5th. You don't want to do anything major on those days especially. So if you're going to make plans for spring break, if you're going to, whatever you have plans coming up, don't schedule, plan, or book anything if you can help it during January, because it will have to be redone, redo, rethought, because Mercury retrograde means redo, rethink, reevaluate.
Okay.
Replan.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Do it now. January 5th through the 25th is Mercury retrograde.
Okay, perfect. And if people want to get in touch with you, how can they do so?
I have a website, marlamitchell.com. And my office number is 970-223-3457.